That's a really good question. Yeah, I haven't been asked that yet. That was good. I think when I was younger, some of my biggest challenges were trying to balance a good work ethic and pushing through the pain and trying to understand what was too much. I remember an expression that a coach told me a long time ago, that it was lonely at the top. I felt that suffering in silence would somehow make me stronger, as well as if I did voice anything about mental health, I just thought I would be seen as a baby or lazy or making it up, especially as a woman, that, oh, they're just dramatic. Or the pressure for me as an athlete felt honestly that I had to be perfect, and that if I wasn't, the amount of people that I felt that I was going to be letting down, sometimes it felt that the weight of the world was on my shoulders. And when you're 15, 16, 17, 18, that can feel so unbearable and suffocating and also isolating. These are all things that are big factors in if somebody's mental health. I think of fear when I think of pressure. I think the pressure came from both. I myself as a person am a big perfectionist. I'm very hard on myself and I've always been very critical. So I think coupled with pressure from coaches and parents and fans and NGB, I felt that it was coming from all sides and just kind of squeezed. The support group around the athlete is so crucial. I feel sometimes that it's not appreciated enough. It's one of those things that we say, oh yeah, everyone needs support, but to really have a support system, right? Humans are not meant to be alone, right? The comparison of even in prison, isolation is solitary confinement is the worst punishment. And we're not meant to be alone, and we're not meant to navigate the world alone. And I especially don't think that we are meant to handle hardships alone. So the support system and entourage around an athlete, I really can't speak enough. It changes everything. So an advice I would give to younger athletes or in my younger self is acknowledging when pressure is starting to feel too much, and it's starting to, the pressure can create a diamond, but also pressure can break you, and to not be afraid to reach out. And so with younger athletes, I encourage them to be brave and to be courageous and to at least try. And that it's okay if the first person maybe you tell, if it doesn't land well, just to continue to try. I kind of didn't think that I was that brave at first, because I didn't realize that I was one of maybe in figure skating, especially one of the pioneers of mental health, because to me, none of these problems were necessarily, I just didn't think of myself as the first. And then I realized how little people talked about it, and the lack of awareness and the lack of education, and the way that the sport was not changing with the times. And that kind of has led me to, here's speaking at the ISU Congress, and so that's how it started. Again, I just shared a little bit and realized the need for maybe my story, or at least my thoughts. I'd like to create a safer culture, a more modern culture, and one where people have a little bit more freedom to be themselves, right? Not just being more accepting to mental health or sexuality, to color, to culture and your background and where you come from. I'd like to see it be more welcoming, because I love the sport so much, and sometimes by sticking with traditional values, I feel like it is unapproachable and excludes so many people from the sport.